In this episode, I'll be addressing another issue with the fuel system. If you've been following along, last week you saw me replace some of the soft fuel line going from the carburetor to the new fuel filter that I installed. What I did not address was the soft fuel line that was going from the fuel pump up to the new fuel filter. Not too long after filming was over of last week's episode, it had actually sprung a leak. So we're going to take care of that today. I'm Dennis James. Welcome to my shop. Alright, now that I have the line removed, I'm going to take it over to the bench, measure up some new line, and I think I might want to move the filter up closer to the actual hard line that goes into the carburetor. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Might clean it up a little better too. Alright, now that I have the old setup over here on the bench, I'm going to go ahead, disassemble it, clean up anything that needs to be cleaned, and prep it for the new line. Alright, now that I have everything all disassembled, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but this is the failure point in the line. Alright, now that everything's disassembled and I have it all laid out, I think I have a good idea of what I'm going to do for this new setup. I'm going to take my new line, which I have right here, and I also have another 2 foot of this, and I'm going to run it from the pump up to the filter. Now, the only thing that's really going to change is filter placement. What I'm thinking about doing is placing it as close to this line as possible, and what that is going to do, it's going to be like the last line of defense against any debris or anything else that gets in the system before it hits this hard line and goes up into the carburetor. Now I have the unit assembled. I'm going to measure my line to go from this, the fuel filter, back down to the fuel pump. Alright, to measure it, pretty much all I did was take the line back over to the car, set the other unit that I just assembled in place, and just kind of gave a rough estimate. Left about a ½ inch length on it, just in case I had to trim some back, and we're just going to go from there. Alright, now we're ready to reassemble. Just double checking anything that I may have missed, which I didn't miss anything. Everything's tightened up, but again, not too tight. You don't want to spring a leak in any of these soft hoses. I'll just bring you in for a closer look and let you see what's what. Alright, to bring you in a little closer, once again, I ran new line from the fuel pump. It starts right there. Comes up behind the alternator, comes up right here into the filter, which meets up with the hard line that goes into the carburetor. Everything's all tightened up, everything looks good, and that should be it for that. Well, that's going to do it for the episode. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, feel free to share the video and the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell. That's going to give you a heads up on future uploads. And as always, get out there, get wrenching, keep those dreams alive. See you next time.